Hello everyone, and welcome to the start of a new series of videos on this channel. Something that I've been talking about wanting to do for a long time, but never actually got off my butt and started doing. This is the antivirus review series, where we take a look at old vintage antivirus software, what they look like, how they perform, and ultimately try to defeat them. Now we will cover some that you've probably heard of, stuff like Norton Antivirus and McAfee Virus Scan, but we'll also cover some of the more obscure ones. You may know Central Point Antivirus or Dr. Solomon's Antivirus, but have you ever heard of Mace Vaccine or Untouchable? Well, those are just a few of the antiviruses in my extensive collection. But for this series, I think it's best that we start things off with a bang. Literally, this is the virus Terminator from Swift Professional for home and office. And it doesn't get much more serious about terminating viruses than a gun on the cover art. We see dangerous virus apprehended. Virus Terminator detects and destroys computer viruses. Swift's Virus Terminator offers peace of mind finally found among PC users. So I'd say this series is off to a great start. We check for unknown viruses, protects all files and sectors, all the features of $150 programs. Up here in the top right we see free $9.95 software offer details inside. Now I am not sure. Does that mean this software was $9.95? I'm not sure, but we've got IBM PC, Tandy, and compatibles. We've got both 3.5-inch and 5.25-inch discs for DOS and Windows. I'm only going to be looking at DOS for this. I am not very set up for running on Windows, but we can always come back to it. So we have Virus Terminator detects and kills all computer viruses. That is a bold claim. Easy to install and operate. Requires the lowest amount of memory of any full-featured program. You can type help and you'll be up and running with a complete virus prevention system in just minutes. We have full-time RAM resident monitoring protection. Alright. So it's supposed to be protecting the boot sector, partition table, the file allocation table, command.com, and hidden system files. Even protects stacker and similar compressed files. Automatically inoculates against computer viruses. It senses a change in your data, whether from a known or unknown virus, and isolates the infection. So I'm wondering if it has some sort of whitelist or a checksum that it's running against every file on your machine. So low cost doesn't mean limited protection. Frankly, it's pretty sad that you have to pay good money to protect your data from a bunch of deranged programmers in the first place. But if you're worried about your data being destroyed by computer viruses, and who isn't, then you need full-time protection. Virus Terminator offers all the features of antivirus programs costing 10 times more. Plus it has DOS and MS Windows compatibility, network support, and the lowest memory requirement of any full-featured virus prevention software on the market. Here's the safety and peace of mind you need at a price you can't afford to pass up. So we need MS-DOS 3.1 or above, and 512 kilobytes of RAM, which we've got on our 386 here. And Microsoft Windows 3.0 or above is optional. So this is a DOS piece of software, and it looks like it's just compatible with Windows. It's not intended for Windows. And one thing I really like here at the bottom, if we focus on this, Cosmi, America's favorite budget software. So if you're like me, you really want to put the safety of your files and hard work into the hands of your favorite budget software publisher. Let's open her up and see what's inside. So the box is kind of beat up. It happens when you're 30 plus years old, I guess. Speaking from experience. Anyway. Oh, okay. So this is just an outer flap. We can just pull this all out. And we've got some stuff loose from the box. I'm assuming it's supposed to be inside here, but is there anything in here? There's something. Oh, there we go. Virus Terminator on a 720 kilobyte disk. So this is the computer program diskette, and this is the only one I see, so I'm guessing that's it. Oh, here's our free software offer. Choose any one of the $9.95 value Swift programs listed below Okay, so this one wasn't $9.95. I'm not sure what the price was. If I can find it, I'll put it up on the screen. But you can get Swift Accountant, Swift Desktop Publisher, Swift Paint, Swift Word Processor, Swift Database. You know, I'm really itching to get Swift Flexible Form Letters. That sounds valuable. Oh, here we go. We got a whole pamphlet here. It looks like whoever owned this antivirus did not take them up on the great software offering they had here. Oh, PC Attorney lets you create over 40 legally binding documents valid in all 50 states right on your own PC. Cool. Here we have our special bonus offer. Buy 2 at this special price and get 1 free. Navy SEAL, presumed guilty inside trader, DEFCON 5, the president is missing, corporate raider, Super Huey 2, Navcom 6, and Moneybags. I haven't heard of any of those, but if you have, just let me know. Special price, $5 each, 3 for $10. Not bad. They're really going out of their way to give you killer deals, just like this killer software is gonna kill your hopefully not your computer, your viruses. Got customer service letter. Our registration, limited warranty. So I notice on what type of computer do you have, we're going one step above the 486, which I'm assuming is the Intel Pentium series of processors. Which, I don't know, it seems like that processor is just a little bit too new to be using software like this. I don't know, that's just me. We've also got our 5 1/4 inch diskette, Virus Terminator, very nice. You love to see it. And here's our manual. So Virus Terminator, checks for unknown viruses, blah blah blah, all the features, blah blah blah. Okay. Is there anything we need to know? It's only like 10 pages long. Oh, we got small enough print, it might be alright. So, the first page is just listing system requirements, the warranty, the credits, where it's telling you who owns all the trademarks, and blah blah blah. Why Virus Terminator? Finds virus infections, disk errors, and data corruption. Programs and data on your hard disk or diskettes are valuable. Loss or damage of your data may not only be a bother, but could be critical to the life of your business or personal records. This is true. Let's see, let's skip ahead. If you share data with others, exchange software and data on floppy disks, use a modem, run demonstration disks, or any software, you run the risk of infecting your files. Could be caused by an electric motor, by a magnetic field, a power surge, or it could be caused by a computer virus. Alright, I was a little confused when I started reading that sentence, but it made sense at the end. They're saying that a lot of the common problems that people blame on computer viruses, but turns out to be something completely innocent, may actually be a virus. So let's see. So you got a quarantine function. It isolates the file in its own unique directory. Virus Terminator is activated every time you boot your computer. It can be set to check every critical program file for unexpected changes, however they might have occurred. So is it every critical program file, or is it every file? Because before it said it would detect changes in any file. And how does this one know which ones are the critical ones? Can I tell it which ones? Maybe I'm getting too far into it for budget software. Virus Terminator is designed as insurance against catastrophic and expensive loss of data. Alright. So let's see. 3 pieces of software in one, which together constantly monitor your personal computer. Investigate is used to ensure that the integrity of specified software is maintained. On installation and after the addition or removal of any software, a snapshot of the computer's hard disk is taken. The snapshot is taken by a program called Snapshot. Imagine that. The condition of the files on the hard disk are then monitored against this. So, okay, it is like a checksum kind of thing. So, investigate starts when your computer turns on. Scan is used to check for viruses on the hard disk, floppy disks, and the computer RAM. If a virus is found, the infected file will immediately be inoculated. The infected file will be immediately inoculated, okay, thus preventing the spread of the virus to other files. Unless it's in memory, in which case moving it to another directory won't do you much good. But anyway, remedy. After a virus has been identified, the file will automatically be inoculated. Right. You can remedy the infected file either by restoring or erasing it completely. Remember, if you decide to restore a file, you still have an active virus on it. Proceed with caution. Okay, so it doesn't clean. It only moves it back out of quarantine, back into the general population of your PC. So this thing is not out to clean viruses. It is out to terminate them. Literally, it is the virus Terminator. There is no mercy or compassion going on here. The only thing this software will do is kill viruses, alright? This ain't no Norton antivirus. Do you want to try and clean the virus? No. You either delete it or you let it go. It's just like the Terminator. We got the T1000 coming here. No, this is the budget model. This isn't even the T800. This is like the T1 of antivirus software. Leo. Hold on a moment. Come on, man. Come on. Alright, sorry about that. I had to take a quick break to let my cat Leo, there he is, into the room, so you might hear him from time to time being a nuisance, which he enjoys doing. Anyway, so investigate. If any software is installed without your knowledge, then it will be detected by the investigate program. If a virus is inadvertently imported onto your computer, investigate will detect it, stop it, and inoculate it. Investigate detects 99.9% of disk errors. How did they come to that statistic? The program can scan in either of two ways, slow or fast scan. Slow scan performs a thorough byte-for-byte check of all current exe, com, sys, and other specified files. Fast scan checks only those areas of files that are normally infected by viruses. It is recommended to use fast scan for everyday use. Okay, time intensive, blah blah blah. Messages will be displayed on the screen. Okay, install. To install, set it to drive A. Type VP scan space C. Okay, that will scan. How do we install it? Is there any installing it? Oh yeah, if I kept reading, you type install. Okay, so first things first is you scan for viruses and then you install the program. Leo, we're trying to terminate viruses, alright? I know if it was a bug you could do it, but for this we need the virus terminator. So screen display, you can set it to monochrome. Oh, okay. So, we got a glossary. Okay, so up to page 5, not counting the first couple pages where it was telling you the minimum requirements, is it. That's it. That's all the information you get to run this program. The rest of it is just a glossary. An index to files stored on a disk or a portion of a disk. Precautions against catching a virus. Be careful about using public domain software. Regular use of virus terminator and prompt attention to any error messages it produces. Recommended that you remove all infected files from your computer and copy back from clean original. Right. Sounds good to me. Remember, if you restore a file it is still infected, proceed with caution. See, you didn't terminate it, you stupid idiot. Oh, and the last page is just... It's blank. 2 blank pages. I'm glad. Alright, warranty. Cosmi makes no warranty of any kind, express or limited, blah blah blah. License agreement and warranty shall be construed, interpreted, and governed by the laws of the state of California. Anyway, let's install this and see what Virus Terminator is all about. Alright, it's time. Now I'm going to apologize in advance for any of these videos. I have never tested any of these antiviruses before. I've collected several dozen of them, but they've all just sat looking real nice on my shelf. They have not actually been put to the test, so I don't know if these discs are still good or not. Fingers crossed, I'm going to hope they are. If not, well, we'll see what kind of a kick we can get out of the packaging at least. But here we go. Disc in the A drive. I'm trying the 3.5-inch disc first. And here we go. Alright. Don't mind the cats. They're in the background. Going nuts. Here we go. Alright, we got a successful directory listing. Let's check read.me real quick. Alright, notes on version 2.n. So this is version 2 of Virus Terminator. If anybody's got version 1, let me know, because I'd like to see that. So quantity of directory paths, 600 per drive. Quantity of checkable files, 1,000. If you're above that, then you are SOL, my friend. Let's scroll on down. Install that bat. The install batch file may be used to copy Virus Terminator onto your hard disk. Type A, return, followed by install. And enter the destination drive and directory when requested. Incompatible software. Care should be taken when using systems that have large or complicated TSR, terminate stay resident programs. If they do not behave correctly, unknown errors could occur. Virus Terminator has been written to interact and or reside with any TSR program, but assumes that all software installed on the machine is of good quality, supports all DOS interrupts and BIOS calls, and does not use undocumented DOS features. CGA problems. Okay. Known problems. Mouse drivers. We found that some early mouse drivers contain small bugs. They do not allow switching from one program to another properly, and the mouse pointer becomes invisible. As we do not intend to produce software to correct other vendors' bugs, if you experience this problem, we suggest that a later version mouse driver should remedy this problem. Contact your supplier. Wow, okay. You know, that's actually kind of ingenious. If anything goes wrong, it's probably somebody else's fault, so you should just go bug them instead of us. Let's see, if problems are experienced with other misbehaving software when using the VP audit/S option, it may be possible to correct this by loading another copy of the machine's command interpreter, i.e. type command at the DOS prompt before running the suspect software. Alright, so if any of these viruses fail to work, then all I have to do is run command.com again. Got it. Alright, we're good to go. Let's get out of there, and we are going to install. Here we go. Please wait, loading Swift Professional Virus Terminator. Oh boy, here we go. At long last. Ooh. March 7th of 1995. Oh wait, I'm an idiot. That's the date I set my computer to. Never mind. Disregard. I thought that was a publication date or something, but no, it's just me being stupid. Virus Terminator protects your computers. Yeah. We'll also create a hidden directory called VP $/$ not slash. The secure directory is okay, so that's where things get quarantined. We'll add two commands: investigate and the scan program. So after installation is complete, type VT to run Virus Terminator. Enter drive and directory. Yeah, that looks good. What F1 for help? What help can you provide? Enter the drive path. Use the format. If the path does not exist but can be added, you will be prompted to add it. If the path already exists, the Virus Terminator files may be added. Okay, standard stuff. Here we go. And go. Updating auto execute. Alright. So while this installs, in order to basically test the quality, I've compiled a small collection of about 15 or so viruses. Half of them are of the older variety, stuff like Cascade, Cascade Simulator, Jerusalem. I've got Denzuko, and it looks like we're done, but I don't see my blinking cursor. Can I do anything? I can. Okay, so it didn't give me my blinking cursor back, but it said type VT to run it, right? So here we go. Whoa, nice, dude. That's sick. So, I want a snapshot. How long is this going to take? Virus Terminator version 2.1, copyright 1992, Alucard Inchoate Limited. And yeah, Cosmi published it. Let's do a scan first of all. VT scan, memory scan. Yeah, run that memory scanner. It's doing it. Alright, so I've selected some older viruses, Denzuko, Cascade, Green Caterpillar, stuff like that, which hopefully these should be able to catch, because a lot of these were signature-based antiviruses, which means that you had a list of viral signatures, and if it detected those strings in memory or in files, it assumed they were infected. And for newer stuff, these programs generally relied, as we saw in the manual, on creating a sort of checksum of when your system was good, and then it compares after a potential virus may have infected you to see if something has changed in that checksum, and then alerts you to the difference. Now, I've also got some newer, more advanced viruses, stuff like Shifter. I've got Abraxas and Abraxas 2. Trying to think what else. 1/2, the Joshi boot virus, and I've also got the Michelangelo boot virus, of course. Just taking the disk out of the drive there, and I gotta find my Michelangelo disk before this finishes because I want to see if it can stop the boot virus properly. Alright, I found it. Something I've been thinking about. The manual mentioned a lot of references to quarantining files and stopping file infecting viruses, but what about boot sector infectors? What does it do about those? Alright, memory scan indicates clear. Alright, that's good because this is a clean installation. That's a good thing. Let's do a file scan, excuse me. Enter scanner parameters? Just do it, I guess. Whoa, it's blue. Drive to be scanned, not at, oh, I have to type, okay. VP scan, drive letter, suffix, 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 suffix. Okay, yeah, sure. Yeah, C. C, okay, I can't type a colon, so hopefully C is good enough. Oh, it's scanning. Cool. You get a list of files that it's scanning at the bottom. Nice. Very nice. Still sitting here waiting. Alright. Nice little beep, and we see virus investigation complete. No viruses found. Time taken just under 1 minute. Not bad, not bad. So enter. For continued security, install the Cosmi virus Terminator. I did. You watched me do it. It's installed. Remedy, so you can either restore or erase, which should be labeled terminate in my opinion, but what is virus name? Do we get a list of viruses? Whoa, cool. How many can I see? I'll use pig up or pig down or escape to exit. So yep, green caterpillars in our list. Okay, how about Abraxas? I don't see Abraxas. That might be a problem here. Ambulance car. I should have put that one on here. You know, I still got the diskette from the 666 video. We can find it on there. Let's see what else we got. Back time, Bad Boys 2. How about Data Crime? That's one of the ones I got. Yep, Data Crime's on there. Alright, cool. Deicide, Denzook. Alright, so it does have some boot sector viruses on here. Devil's Dance, Doc Killer, Fellowship, Form. That's another one I grabbed. Him. Okay, cool. Joshi's on here. Alright, so does it have 1/2? I wonder. No, it does not have 1/2, so this might be a problem for this computer. So it's cool. You get the list of everything this antivirus is ready to detect. Alright, I wasn't paying attention. I was too overwhelmed by having a list of things this detects. Did this mention Michelangelo? I'm sure it must. Yep, Michelangelo virus. Okay, so this disk should be stopped when we try to boot from it. Alright. Let's, how do I get out? Oh, escape, excuse me. Install. Using VT scan, yeah. It's automatic. Parameters can be modified. Allow abort after error. Blah, blah, blah. Snapshot. Option cannot be run until VT has been installed. Should be run immediately after installation and every time any software is removed or installed if the auto update option is off. Okay, let's do that. Snapshot. Yeah, that's where it is. Hopefully this doesn't take a long time because I want to go to bed soon. Okay, what does disk error initialization completed mean? And why am I pressing any key to continue? So did that work or not? I'm a little confused. Well, we are going to assume it worked, and we're gonna quit. Alright, ooh, okay, I quit. We're back at the DOS prompt, but we're left with this nice full-screen graphic. It's like we just quit Wolfenstein 3D or something. Alright, let's get out of here. And now I'm gonna copy all these viruses over, and we're gonna start having some fun. And star dot star. Did I pick up the right disk? Let's try this. Why is there nothing on this disk? Hold on one second. Alright. For a second there, I thought maybe Virus Terminator was just the most amazing antivirus ever, and it automatically wiped out everything off my disk. But no, I just confirmed that I am indeed an idiot. I made the directory of all these nice little viruses that I want to test against this antivirus, and got them all set up and renamed, and then I never copied them to the floppy disk. I put the floppy disk in the drive, and they just never made it onto there. So now they're there. We're going to copy everything to the DOS directory. So here we go. Got Cascade. Cascare is the simulator. Cat is green caterpillar. Data crime. Fingers. Form. Italian, which I think is ping pong, but it might be the one that displays the Italian flag. Jerusalem, and some variant of Vienna. There's like a million variants of it, so I'm not sure which one it is. And now we also have the advanced directory, which we're going to copy everything out of. Not and. So casino, cookie, Joshy, Leo, not the cat, the virus, again. And we're going to see what Virus Terminator can do. So now we have copied everything off of this disk. Preparing my Michelangelo diskette here. It is March 7th, right? Okay, so we're good. So I'm going to reboot real quick and infect the boot sector with Michelangelo. Alright, that should be all it takes. Now we eject and we restart one more time so you can listen to the seek test again. Oh, I gotta turn it off and back on actually. Alright, we are infected with Michelangelo now. Whoa, Virus Terminator's popped up. Your system. Warning, CRC failure on partition table of disk. Continue searching? Why does it say your system at the top? I don't know. Yeah, let's see. What can you find for me? So I'm assuming it found Michelangelo. It's checking for errors against the files. Scanning file for virus. No known watermark found in file. So 1/2 has escaped detection. Error could be caused by new software added. Yes. How about Cascade? Uh-oh! Danger! Error indicates a virus infection. Infected file is being archived. Yeah, let's keep going. Cascare, that's the simulator. No, so it did not find the infection marker in that. What's next? How about green caterpillar? Yep, it found it. The 1575 related virus. Uh-oh. Yeah, keep going. I don't want to remove all of these. We'll let it find one more, and then I'm gonna run some of these. Data crime? Yep, it found data crime. All right, we're gonna stop you here. Virus Terminator is on the warpath already. Disk error investigation completed. Press any key to continue. Errors found. Check report immediately. It could be bad. But we're in the business of doing bad things here. So let's run. It said it. Wait, it said that it moved this, right? Cat and data crime? It was supposed to quarantine them. I said yes. What happens if I run it? The program file just executed has been disabled by Virus Terminator. Refer to the Virus Terminator manual. What, you mean all 5 pages of it? Whatever. Press any key to continue. Okay, so I guess it is gone. My DOS prompt is now bright white. I don't appreciate that. Yeah, I think that's the same size as it was, but now it's just been replaced with that message. Let's run the Fingers DOS virus. Possibly infected with a virus identified as E098. Access denied, so it does not let us run it. How about Denzook, which is a dropper program to install the virus on a floppy disk. Does that work? Usage Denzook ACON. So I can infect a diskette. I don't really feel like infecting any boot sectors right now, so I'm going to skip over that. Let's run Abraxas. Are we going to hear our high-pitched scale? Yes, we are. So Virus Terminator failed to stop Abraxas. Which makes sense. I didn't see it in its little list, and since it doesn't know that it exists, it can't stop it. So there you go, Abraxas. And control returns to the computer. Oh, I'm on the C drive now. Okay, let's get rid of that. I want it to be gray again. Thank you. I was going blind there. Let's run Cookie. Oh, possibly infected with a virus. Yeah, okay. So it caught Cookie. How about Italian? Nope, did not catch that. How about Jerusalem? Surely you got Jerusalem, right? Yep, okay, there you go. Identified it as E120. So I don't know what it's referring to with these E numbers, but it does not make it simple to know what virus you're infected with. Casino? Does that work? Oh, goody. Casino works just fine. I'm so glad. That's the program you want on any DOS installation right there. Vienna. Surely. Of course. Vienna. Oh. What? That scared me. I jumped. I don't think that's Virus Terminator doing that. Okay, I can mess with it because now it's timing out. I can let it I can stop it from doing the demonic buzzing and just do annoying buzzing. Alright, let's restart. That scared me. That legitimately scared me. It's been a while since I've been jump scared by a DOS virus. Alright, here comes Virus Terminator. No, we're not going to continue searching this time. I wonder what happens if we reboot on March 6th when Michelangelo decides to format the hard drive, because it has detected errors, but I have not seen anything that points to Michelangelo being on the system. I don't know. Let's see, 1/2. Does that one even run? No, I must have picked the wrong variant. That's okay. Let's restart again. Alright, we're back in Virus Terminator. Before I terminate my system, what is it called? VP. Why is it VP? Why is it not VT for Virus Terminator? The program is called VT. Anyway, before I terminate my computer, I want to come in here and just see. I want to terminate. So here are my infected files that it blocked. Now, it only blocked them when it was scanning. It did detect and stop the other ones from running, but it did not quarantine them at that time. I guess if you get a flag about a potential infection, you're supposed to run the scan program. Anyway, I want to see what happens when you terminate, erase an inoculated file. Why doesn't it say terminate an inoculated file? Cascade. I hit enter. Oh, there was no prompt, no are you sure? There was no text that said pressing enter is what's going to delete it. See, I only see escape, page up, page down, and the up and down arrows. So you do these one at a time. If I hit escape, it gets out of the menu. If you hit enter, that's it. Enter's all it takes to terminate. You're terminated. Alright. But I want to restore Green Caterpillar. So you got to remember where this program was. What just happened? What? C/DOS? Destination path not found. Oh. So I hit colon and it just screws everything up. There we go. Okay. You have to be very particular about how you type that in. Alright. Restored. So we're good. What if I do a memory scan while Michelangelo is present? Let's see. What's it gonna find? Surely this, if nothing else, will find Michelangelo, right? It has to. Okay, possible memory infection of 1575 related virus. Danger indicates a virus infection. Now, I remember that being what it called, was it Green Caterpillar? Or one of the other viruses? But I don't recall Michelangelo being called that. So what is 1575? That's one of... Is that in here? Yeah, 1575 related virus is in here. That's not Michelangelo. It's not a good sign. But we'll see how it does. DOS. If I run graphics.com, does that do anything? We're still 19,742 bytes. Is there anything I can infect it with? How about suicide? Okay, that one works. Did that get infected? No. Let's run suicide a few times. I don't remember how or when it activates. I think it's randomly when you run a program. Just gonna run it a few more times just to see if it ever does infect graphics.com. Whoa, crap, that scared me too. I forgot that's what it pops up with. PC has been infected by the suicide virus. I will now kill myself. Press D to disinfect. Hard at work to make your life a living hell. Classic. Just an absolute classic. It did infect graphics.com though. Does the virus program notice that? The file size increased. So what's up with that? Do I have to go run that program again? Because that's annoying. Alright. I think it's about time we can start wrapping this up. How about Joshi? You gonna stop Joshi? Oh, this is just gonna... That's a dropper program. Alright. What's this disk? I don't even know what this is. Here, have it. Just format it or do something. Alright, I think we infected that disk with Joshi. Whatever it takes to get that horrible grinding noise to stop. Please don't damage my disk drive. Anyway, so it didn't stop the Joshi dropper, but it is supposed to stop the Joshi virus, which is good. I'm glad it stops at least some of this stuff. Does this have the Abominog show up? We see a message. I don't remember if there was a... Oh. Okay, there it is. I don't think it stopped it. Man, that's annoying. Can you stop, please? Oh, that frequency. It's killing me. Alright, restart. It's time to adjust our date to March 6th and see what happens. I'm putting the Joshi disc in there. What happens? Seems like it's loading something off the disc. Yeah, it wrote something to the hard drive, so I'm thinking we're being infected right this very moment with the Joshi virus. Oh, was this a Windows 98 boot disk? Whoa, okay, hold on. Okay, that explains why it was booting. But did we get infected with Joshi? Let's restart. What? Okay, I think Joshi hooked into the interrupts. I did a Control-Alt-Delete, and it just did a fake warm reboot. Now that's cool. If I change the date to January 5th and restart, we should see it pop up. We're gonna try that. Sorry, I'm just nerding out over here. We're doing all sorts of fun stuff in this first antivirus video. January 5th. See, there's no seek test. Look at that. There it is! Type happy birthday, Joshi. So here's this virus that Virus Terminator is supposed to stop, right? And it didn't. Happy birthday, Joshi. And there you go. You can start MS-DOS. So it's such a cool thing. This virus hooks your Control-Alt-Delete key press, and when you restart, it fakes a warm reboot so that the virus can still be in memory when the computer comes back. It tricks you into thinking that it rebooted when it really didn't. And Virus Terminator just let that happen. So that happens on the 5th of January. How does this fake warm reboot work with the Michelangelo virus, I wonder? Here we go. Let's see if Virus Terminator can stop this. Nope. It loaded the boot sector and immediately the hard disk light is on full time. That's Michelangelo activating without a doubt. So this thing is screwed. Control-Alt-Delete. Okay. So our warm reboot is still hooked, but we instantly reboot into no boot sector on hard disk. So Joshi is still in memory, doing all of its evil virus stuff, but Michelangelo loaded into memory thanks to Joshi, formatted the hard drive, but Joshi's still here calling the shots. If I power down and power back on, we'll see the full seek test followed by no boot sector on hard disk. But that just blows my mind. This started as an antivirus review, and now we're here watching viruses just kind of like coexist and help each other grow to new heights. It's insane. Now I see nothing. We don't even see that error message anymore. But we're certainly not booting, which means that Virus Terminator did not, in fact, terminate the viruses it was supposed to terminate, including Joshi. Joshi seems to be the biggest culprit here because that's the one that allowed all this other crap to run. And Joshi was listed in its list of viruses that it detected. It suddenly dawned on me that I just infected a Windows 98 boot disk with the Joshi virus. So now every time I go to install Windows 98 with that boot disk, I'm going to be installing the Joshi virus along with it. Might be time for a new boot disk. Might be time for a new antivirus. Clearly the budget software solution for antivirus is not the top choice. I think it leaves a little something to be desired in terms of protection and reliability. Because I'm sitting here staring at a PC that's been totally trashed, infected with at least 4 or 5 viruses, including 2 or 3 that it said it would stop but didn't. And then the worst part about it, it's called Virus Terminator, it's got a gun on the cover, and then it doesn't even terminate viruses, it just erases them. Come on now. What's that about? Anyway, I'm gonna call it here for now. I'm tired. I'm gonna go to bed. But please let me know what you thought of this. This is something I've been dying to do for a long time, and I'm glad I finally just pulled it off the shelf and just started recording this tonight, because I think this is about as well as it could have ever gone. I'm pretty happy with how this turned out, and I'm excited to go take a look at the rest of this stuff, just to see what kind of crazy antivirus software is out there. So again, let me know what you thought of the video. Let me know what else you might want to see in these antivirus reviews, if there's any virus in particular for an operating system that would interest you, or a different approach to sort of testing these antiviruses. I say testing loosely because it's not really a test or a review, it's just me messing around and having fun with it, with all of this ancient software. This is 32 years old by now, but here we are talking about it. And I had a good time, and I hope all of you had a good time. And that is about it for the Virus Terminator budget antivirus software. Thank you very much for watching. Take care.